What we do here is go back, 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 back.
to the Larks Network.
Good evening and welcome to the Larks preseason special pregame show. I'm Carson Ackerman and I'll be with you all season long here on Larks Network. Finally, baseball is back. Live sports are coming back. We are minutes away from action here in Hays. You can feel the anticipation brewing here in western Kansas. For months, the city of Hays has been long awaiting tonight. That first pitch tonight will certainly be a special one. Before the sports world was put on hold, in the summer of 2019, the Hays Larks had a 34-12 season. Let's take a look at what happened last year. The Larks started off the season dominant, winning 13 of their first 14 games. Hays won game number 1, lost their second game of the season, then went on a 12-game winning streak. During that stretch, the Larks outscored their opponents 128-47, just dominating opposing teams in the KCLB. Competition eventually got tougher, but still, the Larks finished the regular season with the best record in the league. But they were still tied with the Liberal BJs for wins in divisional games, and Liberal got the tiebreaker, so Larks would not win the division. This great record and success didn't come without difficulties and trials, as the Larks saw many departures and injuries throughout the season. But the roster was special. The whole team fought through adversity, and it shows in the awards they racked up. Outfielder and Australia native Jared Belbin was named an NBC All-American at the NBC World Series. Belbin was supposed to play for the Larks again this summer, but due to the coronavirus, Jared was not able to fly back to the States from his home country. We're wishing Jared the best of luck in his young and bright career. Back in the KCLB, the Larks had 5 first-team All-League players. Jimmy DeLeon at second base, shortstop Matt Cavanaugh, outfielders Drake Andron and Justin Lee, and pitcher Wyatt Divis. Pitcher Tommy Garcia picked up second-team honors. Matt Cavanaugh won Defensive Player of the Year as he put on a show every night at shortstop. Wyatt Divis won Co-Pitcher of the Year, and Justin Lee won Co-Offensive Player of the Year. Focusing in on Justin Lee, he had a dominant season at the plate. He was putting up record numbers in on-base percentage, batting average, and slugging percentage. He was part of that three-headed monster outfield consisting of Drake Angeron, Justin Lee, and George Sutherland. They were the best outfield in the league without question. Coach Leo led his club in the KCLB tournament, and the Larks brought home the trophy and punched a ticket to the NBC World Series. Hays traveled to Wichita, where they picked up a few wins, but ultimately came up just one win short of championship week, losing to Derby in their final game of 2019. The Larks roster last year was chock full of talent, and I'm sure this year will be no different. But the tough thing about last year's roster was injuries and departures. Several guys left the season early, whether it was due to personal reasons, illness, their college coach's request, or injury. The opening day roster for the Larks had 22 players on it, and by the time the end of the KCLB tournament happened, only 11 of those were active and with the team. One guy the Larks were looking forward to getting last year was Gabe Ponce, as he was on the preseason roster, but he ended up getting drafted by the Toronto Blue Jays. With all of that being said, 2019 is in the past, and the 2020 season is upon us. Let's look ahead and see what to expect this summer. The Larks are playing a condensed season with only 9 road games. This year, the Larks joined the Rocky Mountain Baseball League, their third league in 3 years. So they'll be playing in the RMBL along with the Boulder Collegians, the Colorado Sox, the Colorado Springs Outlaws, the Denver Cougars, the Denver Pirates, the Game Day Sands, and the Colorado Rough Riders. Hays is the only team in the league not located in Colorado. As for the roster, Coach Leo will lead in his 38th season with the Larks. 5 Larks will be returning from last year's roster: Matt Cavanaugh, Ryan Reuter, Max McGuire, Wyatt Divis, and Rustin Hays. Additionally, Grant Lung will be returning. He played for the Valley Center Mud Daubers last year, but joined the Larks at the league tourney. This year's roster consists of players from 5 different divisions. 1 player from the NAIA, 1 player from a D3 school, however he is transferring, 6 D2 players, 4 players from D1 schools, and 11 JUCO players. Players are coming from colleges all across the country, schools located in 7 different states. As for the home states for members of the Larks, the map is again painted throughout the U.S. as 8 different states are represented along with the country of France. There is a good amount of players coming by themselves without any teammates from their current school, but there's a few groups coming in as well. Last year there were 4 Larks from Cochise College: Justin Lee, George Sutherland, Jimmy DeLeon, and Hernan Yanez. And just the same, 2 players will be joining Hays from Cochise College, an infielder and an outfielder. 5 players will be familiar with Larks Park already, as they will suit up with the Larks after playing with Fort Hays State University. The University of Texas at Arlington has provided some great players to Hays over the past few years, and this year it will be no different as Wyatt Divis and Matt Cavanaugh rejoin the Larks from UTA. The Larks will be carrying on the Hays native tradition this year. Team P graduate pitchers Cole Zimmerman and Ryan Reuter will carry along the torch this year, along with Hays High alumni Trey Riggs and Palmer Hutchinson. There's a lot of history in this club, and a lot of guys coming in with a lot of talent, each with their own chance to create their legacy here in Hays. It's going to be exciting and a lot of fun to witness. Stay with us all season long here on Larks Network to never miss a minute of action. First pitch will take place at 6 o'clock between your Hays Larks and the Colorado Pirates. This will conclude the pregame show as we get ready to take the field. Stay tuned for a special video introduction coming up. We'll be right back.
Join me down at the old ballpark. I'll be rooting for the Hays Larks. Hays Larks.
Baseball. America's pastime. A sport we've been long awaiting to come back. The sport we've missed dearly. But tonight, that waiting ends. No more empty stadium. No more lifeless fields. Tonight, everything changes.
Ganguish rounds, third, heads home, he'll score, walk-off single for Wyatt Divis. Ran, slam for George Sutherland. Stop. It's the first home run of the season for De Leon.
The Larks are back in action. The best show in town returns. The landmark where icons have played. Tonight, Larks Park is back. This team is more than baseball. It's part of this community, a staple of our town. Generations gather together. The fans, the players, the coaches, all come together to this diamond. All come together for this team. All a part of this remarkable experience. Sure, we have a lot of fun. But legacy is built right here in the Great Plains. See, there's something special in Hays, something distinct in this city. With history dating back to 1869, a history of success, 29 MLB products, 4 MLB All-Stars. That outstanding tradition returns tonight. Tonight, the Larks return to action. Tonight, baseball is back.
What we do here is go back.
You're tuned in to the Larks Network.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to game number 1 of the 2020 Hays Larks season. Man, it's good to be back. Tonight's matchup features your Hays Larks versus the Colorado Pirates. First pitch coming right up here. We're at 6:09 p.m. here from Hays, Kansas. Finally, baseball's back, and we're excited to be here. It's Wyatt Divis on the bump. This is his 3rd year with the Larks. The first guy he'll face off is Jake Waitaka, the shortstop for the Colorado Pirates. The Pirates have already seen some action. However, this is the first game of the season for the Larks. We were about 20 games in last year at this time, but we'll take it. We're back, and I'm excited to be here. The first pitch from Divis is going to catch the outside part of the plate to his catcher, Max McGuire, called strike 1. The 0-1 delivery is swung on a miss. It's 0-2 real quick here. Larks versus Pirates. Divis, last year with the Larks, won co-pitcher of the year in the KCLB. I mean, he just had a dominant season. Frank Leo said in an article, as it's a 3-pitch strikeout for Divis quick, Frank Leo said that having Divis is like having 2 elite players because he gets it done on the field on the mound and in the batter's box. Divis is the leader of this team, and there's no way around it. I mean, he was making calls last year on the way back from the league tournament, trying to recruit players for the KCLB. I've never seen another guy do that. I mean, Divis is crazy what he's able to do on the mound and in the batter's box. Now to Logan Bistrup, swung on a miss. 4 straight pitches from Divis, all strikes. 0-1, 1 away, nobody on. Divis last year had 9 appearances, went 5-1 with a 2.7 ERA. Played at Hutch JUCO, then went to UTA. He spent the past 2 years there. His last season was cut short, and it's 1-1 here on Bistrup. Divis, in those appearances last year, went 40 innings, struck out 43 guys, started 6 games of those 9 appearances. He throws right-handed but bats left-handed. His 1-2 delivery sent over to the left side. Drew Burr retreats, and he'll make the catch easy. 2 up, 2 down for the Pirates here to start the season for the Larks. So now to Austin LaBarber, the DH for the Pirates. He'll hit right-handed. Max McGuire's behind the plate. Cam Pearson at third base for the Larks. Matt Cavanaugh returning. He's at shortstop. Grant Lung at second base. Corbin Truslow at first base. In right field, it's Sean Cooper. Center field, Leo Jiminian. And in left field, the St. Louis Billiken, Drew Burr. First delivery here to LaBarber. It's going to miss high, 1-0. Larks sporting their white home uniforms, white vests with the blue sleeves, red cap, blue bill with the bird on the front. 1-0 delivery, swung on, hit over to the right side. Sean Cooper chases to his left. He's not going to be able to make the catch. It drops in the warning track next to the 319 sign in right field. Throws it in to Grant Lung, and it's going to be a stand-up double with 2 away for LaBarber. So now to the cleanup hitter, McCain Mason, the catcher, number 8. Pirates wearing their gray pants, gold jerseys with the black lettering and white trim. Divis gets set. He'll deliver again. First 2 batters went out pretty quick, 5 pitches. Now there's a runner in scoring position with 2 away. Divis checks over at the runner. He'll deliver. It's swung on, hit back to the backstop. We'll go 0-1 off the foul tip. I mentioned Divis gets it done at the plate. So last year, he batted .336 with 40 hits and 40 RBIs. I mean, he just dominated both sides, pitching, batting, and the field, whether he's in the infield or in left field. So I asked him last year in the dugout before the games, I was like, Divis, what pitches do you throw? Because I want to get a scattering report. He said, changeup, slider, and fastball. I said, that's it? He said, that's all I need. And certainly that's all he does need, as he led the team in wins and was first team all-league KCLB. He checks over at LaBarber, and this one's popped back out of play, 0-2 after 2 foul balls. Divis played at UTA with his shortstop, Matt Cavanaugh, both in returning to the Larks. This is Cavanaugh's 2nd year. Last season was cut short due to a back injury. Divis, this is his 3rd year in Hays. Gets a sign from his catcher, McGuire, also returning from last year's roster. And the 0-2 delivery, nice changeup, popped into center field. Grant Lung and Leo Jiminin run towards it. Jiminin makes the catch, and the runner will be left in scoring position as we head to the bottom of the first here on Larks Network. Score 0-0. Bottom of the first we go. Leading it off will be the French center fielder, Leo Geminian. Wearing number 8, he'll hit from the right-hand side. Plays at Clarendon College. Plays for the Bulldogs in their JUCO league. On the mound for the Pirates, it's Flynn. And his first delivery is going to miss outside, 1-0. Connor Flynn on the bump. Righty versus righty. Thinks about going around this one. Leo lay off, takes strike 1. 1-1, nobody out, nobody on. Due up is Matt Cavanaugh, Grant Long, and Corbin Truslow. Flynn has a big frame on the bump. Geminian has a smaller frame, but got a little bit of a glimpse of him during warm-ups, and he moves it. He's fast. 2-1 here. This one will hit him right off the back of the helmet. Easy first base for Geminian. His first at bat will not count as he heads over to the first base. Geminian played for the youth national team in France and was selected to play at the MLB Elite Camp, so he got a lot of exposure while he was in Europe. Now he's playing in Texas, and this summer he'll be taking his talents here in Hays and spinning with the Larks. So now batting is Matt Cavanaugh, the trusty shortstop. Last year he was fun to watch while he was healthy. Unfortunately, he got some injuries, but you got to hear him a lot come up in the booth while he was hurt. Did some color commentating for us. It's 0-1 on him. He put on a show every night at shortstop last year. I mean, it was just fun to watch him. And it showed because he got Defensive Player of the Year all league, and he didn't even play the whole season. So teams, GMs, and coaches were impressed. It's 1-1 on him. He was first team all league, only struck out 6 times. That was the least by far of any player with at least 100 at-bats last year for the Larks. Geminian takes off, and the throw is not going to be in time, and it goes into the outfield. Geminian will run to third. Leo tells him to get down. He slides in there safely. Nice slide, and he moves from first to third on one pitch. Two and 1 count here on Cavanaugh. Cavanaugh plays at UTA. He's from Keller, Texas. When he was at Keller, he was a 2-time All-District Defensive Player of the Year in his junior and senior seasons down there. 2-1 deliveries at the eye level, but it's over the plate. Still doesn't count. It's 3-1, a good hitter's count for the patient hitter. Cavanaugh last year at the plate batted .330 and 109 at-bats with 36 hits. Racked up 43 total bases. And it's going to be a 5-pitch walk for Cavanaugh. Last year in his first at-bat with the Larks, I mean, that first game was special. He ended up going 4 for 4, but in his first at-bat in Hays, 1 pitch was all it took. He saw a couple pitches, got the one he wanted, and sent it deep into the outfield and got a solo shot, put the Larks up for their first run of the season. So runners on the corners now for Grant Lung. Grant Lung played for the Valley Center Mud Daubers last year, joined the Larks at the KCLB tournament, and stuck with them through the NBC. We're glad to have him. I remember last year at the KCLB tournament, I was getting some research on him, so I'd have stuff to talk about during the game. And I was looking at the stats he was leading his team in, and it was just easier to find the stats that he wasn't leading the Mud Daubers in. I mean, he was destroying. Last year in Hays, he sent a moonshot to right center field. I mean, it was gone. It's hard to forget that. So I knew when we got him, we were getting a special player. It's 2-0 here on Grant Lung. Cavanaugh and Lung both play middle infield, and I think that's going to be something to watch all season. They both are good defensively and at the plate. They both have experience, so yeah, I think that's going to be a real special duo right there in the middle infield, batting and defensively. Takes called strike. It's 2-1 here on the second baseman from the University of Sioux Falls. Cavanaugh takes off. They're not going to throw it as it hit off the plate. And it's 3-1 back-to-back hitters counts as Cavanaugh takes off his first stolen base of the season. 2 in scoring position. Grant Lung in a great position to pick up some RBIs early. Last year he had 25. He led Valley Center. Swings on this one, hit over to the shortstop. Right tackle will pick it up, toss it across the diamond to Kimina, but Leo Geminian will score. And that is run number 1 on the season for the Larks. So up early. First inning, runner on third base, 90 feet for scoring as we go to the cleanup hitter, Corbin Truslow. Truslow, first baseman, plays at Fort Hays State University, so he's familiar with Larks Park. Hopefully that'll translate into success here, and I'm sure it will, because I got to witness him last year when he played for the Liberal BJs, and he was a dominant force in the KCLB, so glad to have him on our team this year. Big trust. We're expecting a lot out of him. I'm sure he'll follow through. When he was at Garden City College, he led his team in 8 different stats. And he came to Fort Hays this year, batted .288, knocked in 17 runs. Scoreboard reads 1-0, 2-0. Swings on this one, sends it over Flynn's head into center field. Kavanaugh's going to trot home 1 hit, 1 RBI for Corbin Truslow quick. And Kavanaugh scores again. Back-to-back seasons in his first plate appearance, he eventually came around to score. Back-to-back at-bats, back-to-back RBIs. Runner on first with only 1 away, 2-0 lead for the Larks over the Colorado Pirates. Stepping up is Cam Pearson, the third baseman. Pearson plays at Cochise College along with Sean Cooper. The first pitch is going to be just above the letters over the plate. He'll take ball 1. Flynn struggling to find the zone early. Larks have already taken advantage of it. This one is going to be chopped to Flynn. Tosses it over to second base. They'll get Truslow, but Pearson will be in safely at first base. So the third baseman will reach on the fielder's choice as Truslow trots back to the dugout. We're down to the 6th hole to the right fielder, Sean Cooper, teammates with Pearson at Cochise College. Sean Cooper is from same hometown as Grant Lung. Plays at Cochise, batted .259 in the short season with 11 RBIs. He'll hit from the left-hand side with a runner on first and 2 away. Takes this first pitch, caught the inside part of the plate, 0-1. Cooper hits left-handed, but he fields and throws right-handed. This one's going to be quite outside over in the left-hander's batter's box, 1-1. On deck is the hometown kid, Palmer Hutchinson. In the hole, Drew Burr, the left fielder. Flynn gets set. He'll go from the stretch. From his right hand, this delivery is going to be outside and low, 2-1. So the Larks have been taking advantage of some pitches here, and they've been patient at the plate, already racking up his pitch count. This is game 1 of a doubleheader, so we'll see how fatigue plays in. But for now, it's only the first inning. This one misses low. Another hitter's count this inning. Pearson gets a sign from Leo. We'll see what happens here if he'll take off. Has a small lead, and he'll stay. Cooper is going to watch this one just go just outside, and it's the second walk of the inning for the Larks.
Designated hitter number 4, Palmer Hutchinson.
Runners on first and second with 2 away. Palmer Hutchinson, the DH. Got to watch him and announce for him when he was at Hays High School. He was a special player there, playing at third base on the bump in the batter's box. Goes to Kansas City, Kansas Community College, continuing his family's tradition. He's a 6'2 freshman, and at KCC, played in 17 games with a slugging percentage of .519. Takes strike 1 looking. It's 0-1. He did fill in last year with the Larks when we had some injuries late in the season. Picked up 2 games with 7 at-bats, got 2 hits, 2 total bases, and scored 2 runs. 0-1 delivery. He's going to check swing. And I'm going to say it's a strike. 0-2 here. 2 away, 2 on. Larks up 2-0 on the Pirates. Flynn will get set. Righty versus righty again. Looks over at Pearson dancing past the second base trying to get in the pitcher's head, and it looks like it worked because Hutchinson got a pitch he liked, just couldn't get it around on it. Good job defending the plate. We'll go 0-2 again for pitch number 4. On deck is Drew Burr in the hole, the 9-hitter, Max McGuire. Flynn delivers, and it's over Hutchinson's head. That's 2 that almost hit players in the head. The first one did hit Leo Geminian in the head, who came around to score off the bat of Grant Lung. 1-2, 2 away. And this one over the head again of Hutchinson. Hutchinson has a tall frame, tall and lanky, stands at 6'2". At Hays High, he was a 2-time All-WAC Conference first-team member. And this one is going to be outside. Full count for Hutchinson. Good job at the plate. Started out behind, was down 0-2, fouled one off, and now has gone 3 straight balls, and we'll see what he does here with the full count. I imagine the runners will go. And they do take off, and this one is over the head of Hutchinson again, and we'll go to the 9-hole back-to-back walks for Flynn. Runners on every base. So that is Sean Cooper at second base, Cam Pearson at third base, Hutchinson on first. And we're going to get a mound beating here quick. And Drew Burr played at St. Louis. George Sutherland, the right fielder for the Larks last year, transferred to St. Louis. Is excited to watch him, how he would do in Missouri. However, season was cut short. We wish him the best of luck. It was a lot of fun having him here last year. He was a very humble guy, but got the job done. He was a special player. Burr at St. Louis picked up 7 at-bats, 2 hits, and 1 RBI. He was a utility player. Had 2 appearances on the mound, struck out 3 in 2 innings. 6'1" freshman. He's a switch hitter, but he throws right-handed. He's from Austin, Indiana. So he'll be in the left-hander's batter's box versus the right-hander. Larks racking up the pitch count for Flynn. A little bit of a... It's not too hot, but it's hot, and that can get to a pitcher, especially when you're out there for long times. And the first pitch here will go outside. Bases loaded, 2 away. Larks up 2-0 here in the bottom of the first. Burr awaits his 1-0 delivery. This one goes over the catcher, Mason's head. Larks runners will stay where they're at as we go 2-0. 2-0 with 2 away. Drew Burr will step back in. In high school, Burr was ranked the 4th best shortstop in Indiana by Perfect Game. He's a 4-time MSC All-Conference player. And he gets it done everywhere. He's a utility player. You see him starting tonight in left field. But I expect to see him on the rubber quite a bit this season. 2-1. Flynn delivers. This one's outside again. Another hitter's count. Lark's doing a good job being patient at the plate, getting that pitch count up high in this heat. We'll see what he does with the hitter's count. I imagine we'll see a fastball. We'll see if Burr likes it. And this one is going to miss outside. It is the 3rd straight walk, and Burr will pick up an easy RBI as Pearson comes home and touches home plate. So it's Cooper at 3rd, Hutchinson at 2nd, and Burr at 1st. Max McGuire steps into the box. Larks are going to battle around. He's the catcher. Played with the Larks last year. Picked up 17 games, batted .291 through those. It's 0-1. Larks staying alive. They picked up 4 walks and a hit by pitch. And they managed to score 3 runs and have the bases loaded now with only 1 hit. Who's going to run inside on the tall catcher. 1-1. Max McGuire plays for Doane University of the NAIA. He's from Lincoln, Nebraska. Matson throws right-handed. Oh, he turns on this one, sends it to the left field. Thompson's going to run towards it. Cooper touches home and Hutchinson will be sent home. He'll slide in safely. It's a 2 RBI single off the bat of Max McGuire as Burr advances to third base.
Center fielder number 8, Leo Jiminian.
2 RBIs from Max McGuire. He's now the leader of the team early, and the Larks are going to end up batting around as Leo Jiminian steps back up to the plate. Runners on the corners with 2 away. He was hit by a pitch earlier in this inning as it's 5-0. Gonna watch this one go outside. Larks patient, waiting for their pitches, and when they get it, they turn on it. And that's what you want to see out of your team. Larks were supposed to play last night. That game got bumped tonight. It's a doubleheader, so we'll see a condensed game. We'll see if the Larks can keep this up and make it even more condensed if they keep this up and get a run rule. But we don't want to get too far ahead of ourselves. A lot of baseball still to be played, but for Jiminian, it's a 2-0 count with 2 away, runners on the corners, 5-run lead. In this one, it looks like it's going to hit him in the toe, and that's 2 at-bats that won't count for Jiminian as he'll advance to first on a hit by pitch, and Burr comes around to score, but umpire's going to send him back, and they're going to send Max McGuire back to first base. So now bases loaded yet again. Can't start the season better than this if you're the Larks. Some were worried that the Larks would be sluggish coming out of, as these guys haven't played baseball for a while, and the Pirates have been playing baseball all of June. But I think it's the opposite, as we're going to see the manager for the Pirates come out and have a talk with Flynn as we wait for Kavanaugh to step up to the plate. We'll be right back here on Larks Network, as it looks like we're going to get a pitching change here with 2 away in the first. So Matt Kavanaugh will step up to the plate with bases loaded and 2 away. Tyler Seabaum, the new pitcher, will inherit 3 bases. Kavanaugh's first at bat walk came around to score. Couldn't even start the season better if you're the Larks, even if you scripted it. And he's going to send this one up the middle, gets past the glove of Folks, and 1 scores as Burr comes around. Minion heads over to third as Max McGuire touches home plate. And back-to-back years, Matt Kavanaugh has at least 1 RBI in the first inning.
Second baseman number 2, Grant Long.
So that's 2 runs for Jiminian. Excuse me. He's on third base. Runners on the corners as we go to Grant Lung. Burr scores and Max McGuire scores. Kavanaugh picks up 2 RBIs. He already scored once this inning, as the Larks lead 7-0. This one will miss outside, 1-0. Tyler Seabaum, the new pitcher, righty with a shorter frame than Flynn. We'll see if he can pick up and get some momentum going for the Pirates, as Lung looks to stop that from happening as he sends this one into center field. It's a diving catch from Dixon that they're going to say hits the ground first, and Grant Lung, after grounding out in his first at bat, is going to get a single and an RBI. Second RBI of the game as Himinian scores his second run. So back to Corbin Truslow as Kavanaugh and Lung staying on first and second. And Lang was the beverage batter, so free beverages here for the Larks fans until the end of the inning. Good turnout for the Larks. Still social distancing, but you could tell the community misses baseball. 0-1 here on Truslow. Singled and picked up an RBI earlier in this inning. Watches this one miss outside, 1-1. One on the first baseman from Fort Hays State University. It's from Georgetown, Texas. And this one's popped over the right side, and Kamanaw's not going to be able to get it over by the first base fence. 1-2, 2 away, 2 on. Truss packs power behind the plate. Had 3 home runs in this short season. Garden City, in his last full season, picked up 11 home runs. That was a team-leading stat. See what he can do from the left-hander's batter's box. Turns on this one, cranks it over the right side. It'll be about 10 feet foul. Got a nice swing on that one, put wood on it. We'll go back to 1-2. On deck, Cam Pearson reached on a fielder's choice and scored. So Truss will step back in to the batter's box and waits his delivery from Seabaum. Chops this one over the right side. Kamanoy fields it, touches the bag, and tosses the ball to the mound. As Larks will get 7, leave 2 on base in the bottom of the first inning. We'll be right back for the second inning here on Larks Network. Top of the second we go. Divis back on the bump. Feels like a long time ago that he threw his last pitch. It was 25 minutes. It's a long time to go from throwing pitches, but Divis is a great player. Sure, he'll bounce back as Manny Thompson will lead it off for the Pirates. First delivery, a fastball that misses high, 1-0. Thompson, the starting left fielder for the Pirates, finds his team down 7. Delivery to McGuire, miss outside, 2-0. McGuire behind the plate was a beast last season. Had the highest range factor on the team with a 10.53 score and caught 5 runners stealing. And he didn't appear in that many games, 17, as he was competing for time with Mikey Gangwish and Hernan Yanez behind the plate. But when he was there, he was successful. 3-0 here. Davis will step off the rubber, get adjusted, and get in the mindset here to fight back in this count. And it's going to be a 4-pitch walk. First runner of the inning. They picked up a double in the first. Larks are up 8-0.
First baseman number 26, Taylor Kimenow.
So runner on first here, nobody out. The first baseman, Tanner Kimenow, who made the last out of the first inning, steps in the left-hander's batter's box, takes a cut at this one, grounds it into the Larks dugout, chopping, almost takes out Bryce Baumwart.
Remember, fans, if you catch a foul ball tonight, please return it to the Larks Nest. You will receive $1 courtesy.
0-1. One hit for the Pirates. That was a double off the bat of Austin LaBarber. Larks scored 8 runs on only 4 hits. Did a nice job of picking up walks and hit by pitches. Called strike 2. Divis turning around quick. He'll get set here. Kimenow standing far away from the plate. He'll have to reach for this one if Divis puts it over out the outside part of the plate, which I imagine he will, and he does. Throws a slider, but it misses just high. 1-2. And it's going to be a punch out. Second one of the day for Divis in 1 1/3 innings. One away runner on first to Wayne Rohde, the right fielder, number 9. Good matchup for him as he steps into the left-hander's batter's box versus the righty pitcher. Cavanaugh and Lung talking from shortstop to second base. We'll see if anything happens. This one is a changeup that misses outside, 1-0. Rohde holds that bat high. Have to chop at it if Divis, which has a great slider, if he can get that to go down in the zone, it'll be tough to hit. Back-to-back balls, 2-0. On deck is Dominic Folks, and in the hole, Chase Dixon, the center fielder. Divis delivers 2-0, swung on and missed, 2-1. One away as Thompson stands on first base after a walk. This one's popped back over the grandstand, out of play and into the parking lot. 2-2. Divis last year pitching struck out 43 guys in only 40 innings. And at UTA in his junior year, struck out 15 in 17 appearances. He'll look to continue his Larks dominance this year. It's already off to good starts, 2-2 with 1 away. He has an ERA this year of nothing, as he didn't allow a single earned run in 16 innings at UTA. Scoreboard still reads 2-2 here at Larks Park. The 2's delivery. Swung on, hit over the right side. Cooper tracked back by the 319 sign. Makes the catch on the warning track. A nice one from the right fielder from Cochise College. A nice out number 2. Flashed that speed there quick. Had a good reaction. Stuck the glove out. Made the catch. 2 away. Dominic Folks at the plate now. He's in the 8 hole. He's a second baseman. Davis grinding here. He's allowed 1 runner in the past 2 innings, but neither of them has gotten past second base, as it was a double that was quickly retired, and Thompson still stands on first base after a walk. Strike 1. 0-1, 2 away, runner on first. Larks up 8-0 here in the top of the second on Larks Network. Davis to do a pickoff move just to kind of check on the runner. Wasn't trying to get him out. Truslow taps the runner. Called safe. We'll go back to 0-1. Oh, delivery. It's going to get called strike 2 just above the bottom part of the zone. Davis 1 strike away from sending us to the bottom half of the inning. Davis gets sets, delivers from the stretch. Swung on a miss. Second strikeout of the inning. Third strikeout of the game here for Davis. We'll go to the bottom of the second. Another runner left on base for the Pirates. Larks up 8-0. We'll be right back. Bottom of the second we go. Cam Pearson will lead it off, the third baseman for the Larks. Reached on a fielder's choice in the first inning and came around to score. Still Seabaum on the mound. His first pitch to Pearson is going to miss low, 1-0. Due up will be Sean Cooper, Palmer Hutchinson, and Drew Burr. This one hit over the right side. Nice snag from the second baseman, Folks. And that's a tough out if you're Pearson, but you'll get plenty of opportunities tonight and the rest of the season to make up for it. Not his fault. That was a nice hit. Just a great play from Folks at second base. So now to the right fielder, Sean Cooper. Walked. He was the second walk of that inning, and he came around to score. Cooper wearing the number 18 jersey. In high school, he batted .336, had a slugging percentage of .414, and had an OBP of .453. He's going to foul this one off over the right side, 0-1. Plays at Cochise College with Cam Pearson. Last year, Larks had 4 Cochise guys: Justin Lee, George Sutherland, Hernan Yanez, and Jimmy De Leon. So it'll miss outside. Catcher drops it. It's 1-1 with 1 away, nobody on. Right fielder steps back in the left-hander's box. Livery righty to lefty. It's going to be called strike 2. It was a nice pitch Cooper just laid off of it. Wasn't the one he wanted. See if he can defend the plate here. He did his last at bat. He's going to send this one into center field. A nice pop-up. But Dixon will move in and to his right and make the catch. 2 up, 2 down for the Larks. Seabaum settling into a groove here. So now to Palmer Hutchinson. Walked in the first. Came around to score. That was part of that 3 straight walks. Cooper, Hutchinson, and Burr in that order. Hutchinson in high school clocked a 4.09 home to first. That is a great time. See if he'll show off the speed this year. Strike 1 called on him. It's 2019 Sports in Kansas 5A second team All-State. 0-1, hit hard over the left field. Thompson goes back. He's looking up at it. Hits the warning track, and he's going to make the catch about 4 feet from the wall. That's a tough one to watch. And it's a 1-2-3 inning. That's a tough one, but we'll go to the 3rd inning. Larks go down in order. 8-0 lead. We'll be right back on Larks Network.
Tuned in to the Larks Network.
Top of the 3rd we go. Leading it off will be the center fielder, 9-hole Chase Dixon. Davis still on the rubber. 2 innings strong. Much quicker return to the mound from the 2nd and 3rd inning than it was from the 1st to the 2nd. This one, first pitch in the center field. Shallow, very shallow. Grant Long makes the catch, calls off Kavanaugh. 1 pitch, 1 out. So now to the shortstop, top of the order, Jace Wataka. Struck out in the 1st inning. First batter of the season for the Larks. Up on deck is Logan Bistrup. In the hole, Austin LaBarber, who has the only hit for the Pirates through 2 1/3. Davis takes a deep breath. He'll deliver from the stretch. Never goes from the windup, but it works for him. Called strike 1. Due up for the Larks in the bottom half of the inning will be Drew Burr, Max McGuire, and Leo Jiminian. Swing and a miss. Took a hack at that one. Davis fools him on the changeup and shares a smile with his catcher, Max McGuire. Oh, 2, 1 away, nobody on. Larks up 8-0. Davis shakes off the sign for McGuire. McGuire sits up on the outside part of the plate, and it's delivery a fastball that misses outside. 1-2. 1-2, one away. Delivery here from Divis. Almost catches at the outside part of the plate, misses just outside. 2-2. Two nice pitches, but can't get Wataka to take the bait. Nice pitch. Got him to swing late on it. Goes over the left side into foul territory over the Larks dugout. We'll go back 2-2 for pitch number 6. We'll see what the Larks do defensively, if they'll make any changes to save some guys' stamina for Game 2 tonight. But for now, same as it's starting. This one popped up back in the same spot where Grant Lung caught one earlier, calls off Kavanaugh again, makes this one about 10 feet in front of where he made the last one. Back-to-back pop-ups to Grant Lung to start the third inning. 2 away. Logan Bistrup, the third baseman, who flew out to Drew Burr in the first inning.
Third baseman number 5, Logan Bistrup.
Davis gets the sign from McGuire. His 0-0 pitch. It's going to run inside. Bistrup moves out of the way. 1-0. One and 0 becomes 2-0 after back-to-back inside pitches. Wyatt Davis played at Hutchinson Community College. That's where Max McGuire played. McGuire now at Doane College, but Davis, in his 2 years there, struck out 90 batters in 101 innings. A nice off-speed. Bistrup doesn't take a swing at it. 2-1. In those 2 years, Davis picked up a record of 11-3 through 23 appearances. 2-1 delivery, misses low and inside. 3-1 hitters count. First 3-1 count Davis has allowed tonight. Hitters count, send over to Kavanaugh. Kavanaugh picks it up, eats it, sends it to Truslow across the diamond. Truslow stretches, and that'll be a 1-2-3 inning for Davis. We head to the bottom of the third. Larks up 8-0. Bottom of the third we go. Leading off will be the left fielder Drew Burr. Walked and came all the way around in the first inning. Also picked up an RBI with that walk. Takes this one over the outside corner. 0-1. This one opposite, high and inside. Take it 1-1. Burr was a two-time All-State in high school at Austin, Indiana, and a 2019 Indiana High School Baseball Coaches Association All-Star. High and outside from Seabaum, 2-1. On deck, Max McGuire in the hole. Leadoff hitter, Leo Geminian. Two and one popped up high, and Bistrup will come in from the third base spot and make the catch. 4 pitches, 1 out. So Burr will move on to 0-1 on the day. So now, bottom of the order, Max McGuire in his second year with the Larks singled, picked up 2 RBIs, and came around to score in the first. Third base coach for the Larks, head coach Frank Leo in his 38th season with the Hays Larks. First base coach in his first year as a coach, Bryce Baumwart. The Larks haven't had a hit since the first inning as they went down in order 1-2-3 in the second. 1-0 here on McGuire. Righty versus righty. Watches this one miss right above the Larks letters on his jersey, 2-0. It's McCain Mason behind the plate for the Pirates, and Seabaum on the mound. McGuire, the catcher for the Larks, I imagine he'll get Game 2 tonight off, and we'll see Jake Wyeth take over the duties. And it's strike one, 2-1, 1 away. His delivery, gonna miss low. McGuire thought about going around it, didn't check a swing. Wise idea, because now he's in a hitter's count. Likely get a fastball here, get a pitch he likes. Hopefully he can turn on it. And it's gonna be a 5-pitch walk. Second time he reached base today. And it's a runner on first with 1 away. So now to Leo Geminian, the leadoff hitter. Had 2 plate appearances in the first inning, was hit by a pitch twice. Seabaum delivers. Geminian takes this one in the middle. 0-1. On deck, Kavanaugh in the whole lung. Certainly nice to have baseball back in Hays. A lot of people were anxious whether we were going to get a season or not, waiting for it. Now finally, it's back and it feels right at home. It's good to be back. 1-1, 1 away, runner on. Larks up 8-0. Scored all 8 runs in that first inning. And Minion will look to add to his total here. This one misses inside, almost catches his hands. 2-1. Defensive lead for the Pirates. It's Thompson left field, Dixon in center, Rhodey in right field. Kamenaw on first base, Folks at second, Waitalka at shortstop, and Bistrup at third. Grounded over to Waitalka, the shortstop. They'll try and turn 2, but Geminian just too fast to get McGuire out as Geminian reaches on the fielder's choice.
Shortstop number 3, Matt Kavanaugh.
So now to Matt Kavanaugh, 2 away, runner on first. Kavanaugh, a single and a walk, 2 RBIs and a run scored. Righty versus righty matchup. Chops this one quick, back to Waitalka. He'll throw across the diamond to Kamenaw, and it'll be another out. Larks held scoreless again here in the third. We'll head to the top of the fourth as we'll see Divis take the mound again right here on Larks Network.
Meet me down at the ballpark, where I'll be rooting for the Hays Larks. All of my friends are gonna be there too. Nothing
Top of the fourth we go here on Larks Network. Divis returning for his fourth inning of work. He'll face off against Austin LaBarber, the DH. He's retired 6 straight batters here. See if he can make it 7 against the designated hitter. Larks playing wide in the infield. Pearson all the way over the left by third base. Kavanaugh and Grant Lung have a deep hole in center. And Truslow is right behind the bag at first base. But you can do that when you have a great defensive team. Lung and Kavanaugh can both trace over into that second base hole. And Pearson has great reactions over on the left side. This one's going to be hit into the bullpen. Nice snag made by the Larks pitcher warming up. 1-1. The Barber doubled in the first inning. That's still the only hit of the game for the Pirates. 1-1 pitch. Swung on, hit off the plate and off the shoulder, elbow of the Barber. So we'll move on to 1 and 2. Due up for the bottom half of the inning for the Larks will be Lung, Truslow, and Pearson. From the stretch, Divis swung on, hit over the right side, out of play. Go 1-2 again. Sun's starting to set here at Larks Park. 7:10 p.m. here in north central Kansas. Stadium lights have turned on, shining on the Larks Park field. Turf infield, grass outfield with the dirt warning track. Another 1-2 delivery, this one outside, 2s. On deck, McCain Mason, the catcher, and the whole left fielder, Manny Thompson. Two's delivery, gets him on a changeup. Nice one, had him way out ahead of it, and the Larks will go around the horn, 1 away. So LaBarber will go down for the first time tonight, and that is strikeout number 4 on the night for Divis. So now to the catcher, McCain Mason, number 8. He'll hit from the right-hand side, right-hander's batter's box versus righty Divis. Divis almost has his back turned a little bit to the batter as he has his left foot offset from his right. This one deliveries fouled off, 0-1. 1 away, nobody on. Larks still up 8-0 against the Colorado Pirates in their first game of the season. And Cole Zimmerman will bring some balls to the umpire. Tell COVID's affecting the game. Larks only playing, the game's only being played with 2 umpires. Safety over everything. 0-1 with 1 away. Swung on, another changeup, tipped back into McGuire's glove. 0-2. Davis is a smart player, and it's nice when you have a smart player behind the plate, Max McGuire. They have a connection going, and it's working. Only allowed 1 hit through 3 1/3. Looking to make it 2 1/3, or 2 2/3. This will miss outside, 1-2. Larks have a guy in the pen. Can't read the number from here, and can't tell if it's going to be a relief for Divis or if it's a guy getting ready for game number 2. Lined over to left field, and it's going to drop right on the right of the foul line as Burrow will move in. It's going to be a single for McCain Mason. First base runner allowed since the second inning. First hit for the Pirates since the first. Now to Manny Thompson, the left fielder. On deck, Tanner Kemanaugh and the whole Wayne Rohde. See how Divis bounces back. Likely see stuff down low in the zone, and as is what happens, it's called strike 1 as Divis tries to get a double play. If there's anybody you trust turning a double play, it's definitely Lung and Kavanaugh in the middle infield. Another pitch in the zone. This one off speed gets him ahead of it, 0-2. That 3 pitch Arsenal for Divis works wonders. 0-2, one away, runner on first base. He takes off as Divis is slow from the stretch. He'll be in there plenty of time. Runner advances into scoring position for the second time tonight. Divis looks back at Lung and Kavanaugh, both pointing fingers at each other, having some fun. It's a nice thing about summer ball. Laid back, guys just getting reps. Guys are having fun. Divis, Kavanaugh, Lung, all having some fun there. Divis looks at the runner, stares him down. He'll deliver 1-2, and it's another strikeout. That's number 5. So now to Tanner Kavanaugh, the first baseman. The infield is Treslow, Lung, Kavanaugh, and Pearson. Outfield is Burr, Jiminian, and Cooper. Behind the plate, Max McGuire. Gets him on his first pitch. Gets him looking silly on a swing and a miss, 0-1. Runner 180 feet from scoring the first run of the game for the Pirates. Divis looking to keep him there. First 2 innings, the Pirates left 1 on base. Divis got him to retire the side in the third. Swung on, hit back to the back of the net, 0-2. Park is starting to get packed. Still remain that social distancing. Have areas roped off, but fans come to show their support. That's something special about Hays. I went to a lot of ball clubs last year calling games, and none of them got the turnout Larks fans had. Sometimes there was more guys in the dugouts than there were in the stands. Not the case here in Hays. Skylar Luna last year played second base. He was blown away opening night that the Larks had over 1,000 people in the stands. The Hays community is special, and they show up for this team, and the team responds with great success. They reached the NBC final 5 times. See if they can repeat the success this season. It's 0-2. Divis will spin, look at the runner, and return to the rubber. 0-2, 2 away, runner on second base. Kavanaugh calls time, and we'll go again. On deck, Wayne Rohde in the hole, Dominic Folks. Nice fastball, hit over the right side. Grant Lung will race in, get it, throw it over to Truslow, and another run will be left on base for the Pirates. That's number 3 of the inning, as Divis and Mason share a laugh as they cross paths walking off the field. Bottom of the 4th we go. Larks up 8-0. You're tuned in to the Larks Network. Bottom of the 4th we go here on Larks Network. Leading it off will be the beverage batter. Grant Lung has a single and a ground out on the day. Has 2 RBIs. joined the Larks for the KCLB tournament last year. Got to talk to him there. I know he was very impressed with what we were doing, liked the coaching staff, liked the team, and I remember we went out for lunch there, and we were just talking about the team, and he said, I want to be a Lark. And sure enough, that's what he is in 2020. 0-1 delivery, he takes a look in 0-2. From Peoria, Arizona, along a versatile player, against the Larks last year, had a home run in 4 games and 3 RBIs. Count moves to 1-2 on the left-handed second baseman. Seabaum on the mound, found a groove, hasn't allowed a run, or an earned run, as the other ones will go to Flint, who started the game, struggled. Larks got a lot of pitches off of him, and he only pitched 2/3 of an inning. 2-2 count for number 2. And this one will miss down off the turf. It's a full count. We'll see the payoff pitch from Seabaum, how he responds to Lung. Along the 3-hole, and the cleanup hitter Truslow on deck. Turns on this one, gets it to Baltimore, chop to Kimmenaugh, who reaches down, grabs it, touches first base himself. It's a nice cut, just caught it off the bottom of his bat, and it's chopped. He'll head back to the dugout as Truslow steps up to the plate. Truslow on the day, a ground out to the first base side and a single, has an RBI. We'll see what Big Trust can do here at the plate. Pirates picked up their second hit of the game in the top of this inning. Larks will look to match it here and then some. Truslow takes a swing at this one, back away over the left side behind the plate. Hopefully he didn't park back there, so that's out of play. 0-1 with 1 away. Nobody on deck. It's Pearson in the hole, Sean Cooper. Off-speed pitch, misses just high, 1-1. That one looks slow compared to the fastball he threw last. Try to catch Truslow off guard, but it misses the zone. 1-1, 1 away. Seabaum's third inning of work. So far he's pitched 3 2/3. This one misses the zone, 2-1, 1 away. Larks fans, make sure you subscribe on YouTube, hit that notification bell so you never miss a minute of Larks action this season. 2-1 becomes 3-1. Hitters count for the power hitter from Georgetown, Texas. He racked up 42 total bases last summer and scored 18 runs for the BJs, the Larks' rival. Hits this one to center field, diving catch from Dixon, and I'm going to say it's an out. Nice play as Truslow looks at first base coach Bryce Bromwart, and he'll jog back to the dugout. 3 straight Larks down, and that's 3 innings of work for Seabaum. So now to Cam Pearson. Fielder's choice in a lineout, looking for his first hit of the season. Did come around to score in the first inning. He led off the bottom of the second inning for the Larks. Tall frame, big strike zone. We'll see if he can work with it as this one misses inside. 1-0. 2 away, nobody on. Cam sports that number 17 jersey. He was an Arizona Baseball Coaches Association second team All-State when he was in high school and an All-Region first team. Had a slugging percentage of .807 and OBP of .521. It's a great on-base percentage. Half the time he's going to get on base. You'll take that any day from any player. This one misses above the letters. 3 pitches, 3 balls. Looks at Coach Leo, see if he can get a take sign. That's one thing the Larks did a lot last summer, 3-0 counts. They still swung, and it worked out a lot because they got the fastball they wanted and drove it and scored a lot of runs. This one, Harrison lays off, called strike 1. Hitters count here for the righty. It's from Gilbert, Arizona. A lot of guys from Arizona. He plays baseball at Cochise College in Arizona. The Apache stands at 6'2", and it's going to be a full count as this one catches the inside part of the zone. We'll see what he can do with the payoff pitch. doesn't strike out a lot. In 74 games in high school, he struck out 26, and this will be his first one of the season. He goes down looking 6 pitches without a swing, but a lot of potential with this guy. I'm sure he'll bounce back in this next at-bat. We'll head to the top of the 5th here on Larks Network. Score still holds at 8-0. New pitcher for the Larks. It's the fan favorite Rustin Hays, one of the goofiest guys in the league, but gets it done on the bump. Has that dangerous knuckleball. That was one of my favorite things of last season. Was just watching hitters that had never faced Russ before getting blown away by that knuckleball. I mean, it's special. Stands at 6'5", second tallest guy on the team. Had his junior season 2 years ago, took a year off. He's from Hector, Arizona, throws right-handed. Played last year at the Larks. In 2018, he played in the NBC tournament with the Larks. Really liked it. Told the coaching staff he wanted to play a full season. And he knew last season that he was going to be back this year. Likes it in Hays, likes being on the team, and we love him. As fans, as a sportscaster, we love him. 1-0. Not wasting time between pitches. This one goes right back in the zone. Knuckleball 1-1. Russ is a fun guy to watch. That knuckleball is special. Guy always has fun on the mound, smiles a lot. Last year had 13 appearances. Most innings pitched on the team with 53. Knuckleball gets Wayne Rohde to look silly. He's way in front of it, 2-1. Excuse me, 1-2. One-two delivery. Drops his arm on this one. That's something about Russ. He can go overhand, 3/4, sometimes a little bit of a sidearm. This one misses outside, 2-2. Not wasting time again. The 2's delivery. Another knuckleball. Grounded over to Kavanaugh. Retreats. Goes forward. Throws a Truslow. In time. Out number 1. 1 up, 1 down for Hays. So it'll be 4 innings of work for Divis. No earned runs. 2 hits allowed. And he struck out 5 guys. In high school, Rustin Hays had a 1.24 ERA his senior year, an elite number, had 100 strikeouts, and committed to Arkansas Tech University. Played at William Baptist. This one misses low, 1-0. One away, nobody on. This one fouled back to the backstop, 1-1. Pitcher moving in the bullpen. Can't tell who it is. It's Jake Wyeth catching. This one off speed. Misses catches the outside part of the plate. Delayed call from the home plate umpire. 1-2. Dominic Folks at the plate. He's the second baseman for the Pirates. This one, he jumps out the way, almost takes it off the elbow. 2-2. Due up is Dixon and Waitaka. This one misses inside. It's a full count. Good job working back in the count for Folks. Russell looked to get him on the payoff pitch. After having a successful first inning and scoring 8 runs, the Larks haven't had a hit. Payoff pitch is fouled back, will go again. The 5th inning, sun's starting to set. Fans still at the game. The payoff pitch again, grounded over the right side. Truslow goes to his left, and he'll touch the bag himself. 2 up, 2 down for Rustin Hays. Chase Dixon, the center fielder, up to bat now. He's the 9-hole. He popped up to Grant Lung in the 3rd inning. He's up for his second at bat here in Hays, Kansas. Nice night for baseball. It's cooled off. It started out hot in warm-ups. It's cooled off as the sun set and clouds started coming over. His first delivery off the turret and off the chest protector of Max McGuire. 1-0 here, 2 away, nobody on. Larks up 8-0 in the top of the 5th. If you look at the outfield, it looks like right and left field are playing shallow, and Jiminian's playing, it looks like left and right fielders are playing deep, and Jiminian's playing shallow, but this is just an oddly shaped park, and it's going to be grounded over to Lung. 2 at-bats for Dixon, and 2 outs to Grant Lung. We'll go to the bottom of the 5th. Larks still up 8-0. You're tuned into Larks Network. Bottom of the 5th, Sean Cooper leaded off the right fielder. He's 0 for 1 of the day with a walk, a run scored, and a pop up to center field. He's going to take this one, checks his swing, pulls back, called strike 1. As I was saying at the top of the inning, looks like left and right fielder in the corners are playing deep, but it's very shallow in left and right field. 322 in the left field corner, 319 in the right field corner, but it's dead deep in center field as it's 405. 1-1. On deck is Palmer Hutchison, the DH, and the hole, Drew Burr. Cooper swings at this one, fouls it off the inside part of his bat. 1-2. Russ, in the top of this inning, faced 3 batters, got 3 ground outs. 1 to the second baseman, 1 to the first baseman, and 1 to the shortstop. A 1-2 delivery from Seabaum, misses high and outside, 2s. No movement in the pin for the Pirates. Likely to see if Seabaum will finish this game out. I think we're going to play 7 innings since it's a doubleheader. We're just having that discussion. But that's the way it's been in the past. Imagine we'll go 7 innings. So Larks got to hold on this lead for a few more. Imagine they will. Russ looked good on the mound. Divis went 4 good innings, only allowing 2 hits. And Cooper's doing a nice job protecting the plate. It's 2-2. Cooper was part of that 8-run inning when he came around to score in the first. Larks had 13 different plate appearances that inning. 4 hits, 2 hit by pitches, and 4 walks. Larks hitless since the first inning. Let's see if Cooper can change it here in his 2's delivery. Fouls it back. We'll go 2's again. Nice job protecting the plate as he's down to 2 strikes. Six-foot freshman at Cochise had a slugging percentage of .310, stole 5 bases in the short season. See if he can bring that speed to Hays. We saw it earlier as he caught one in right field as he was moving back and left. A payoff pitch from Seabaum is on its way. And it's grounded over the right side. Folks dives for it, and Cooper picks up his first hit as a Lark. A runner on first with nobody out. So now to Palmer Hutchinson, the hometown kid, a walk and a flyout, and a run scored on the day for him. See if Cooper will show off that speed here. Looking at Coach Leo to see if he can get a sign to steal. As Palmer Hutchinson steps in the right-hander's batter's box. Hutchinson has a tall frame, stands at 6'2". The Blue Devil at KC, Kansas, had 11 runs scored and hit 3 home runs in just 17 games. Since his first pitch into shallow center field, it's his first hit of the season with the Larks, and the hometown crowd knew it, and they knew he's from Hays. You could hear them. That's the loudest they've been on a single tonight. One runner in scoring position at second base. Palmer Hutchinson on first base as Drew Burr, the left fielder, comes to the plate. He walked also in the first inning and then popped up to the shortstop, Waitaka, in the third. Back-to-back hits for the Larks. That's 6 on the day after having a 3-inning drought. Larks starting to get to Seabaum here. Cooper worked that count in his at-bat, and Palmer Hutchinson turns around one pitch in a single. Burrow, the switch hitter, in the left-hander's batter's box. This one is close. They're going to call it a strike. Pops this one up into shallow center field. Dixon moved towards it. He'll make the catch over on the left side. Runners retreat, 1 away. So now to Max McGuire, a single, 2 RBIs, a walk, and a run scored on the day for the catcher from Doane University. Max in high school was the #1 rated catcher in Nebraska by Perfect Game and Prep Baseball Report. He committed to Missouri State, played 1 year there, transferred to Hutch JUCO, now is at Doane. McGuire, great fielder. This year had a perfect fielding percentage in the shortened season, and Hutchinson in his sophomore year, had a fielding percentage of .991. This one almost catches him. It's 1-0. Cooper on second, Hutchinson at first. McGuire at the plate on deck, Leo Jiminian. Another pop-up. This one hit over the right center, shallow. Folks moves back, gets called off by Rhodey, who loses his hat in the process but makes the catch for out number 2. 2 away, 2 on. So back to the top of the order. Leo Jiminian has been on base twice, scored twice. He's been on base 3 times. Still looking for his first hit as he reached on 2 hit by pitches in the first inning and reached on a fielder's choice in the third. He's got speed. And another one. That's his 3rd hit by pitch, the second one that's hit him in the head, and the bases are loaded. What a debut. 3 hit by pitches. But we'll take it. Speedy runner on first base. Cooper moves to third, Hutchinson to second. So now to Matt Cav. Be nice if he could repeat what he did last year when he had a solo shot. If he since went over the fence, think that would be the run rule. Those Larks would go up by over 10 runs. I don't want to put that on him. Scored once, has 2 RBIs, a walk, a single, and he grounded out to another shortstop, Waitalka. This one over to the right side is going to be out of play as Kamenaw moves towards it. 0-1. Matt Cav this last year at UTA appeared in 33 games. That's 19 more than he appeared in all of his freshman year. Not sure that's a right number, but in his time there, had a .207 batting average. 1-1 with 2 away. So in his games there, had 3 RBIs, 3 sacrifice hits, stole a base, and scored 5 times. One's delivery to number 3 is going to be fouled off the plate. 1-2 with 2 away, bases loaded. It's Lung on deck, Pearson in the hole. Truslow in the hole. And a wild pitch, and Cooper's going to race home, slides in safe. It's a 9-0 lead. Runners all advance 90 feet. 9-0. Jemanian goes to second, Hutchinson to third, as Sean Cooper scores his second run of the game. Two and 2 count with 2 away, 2 on. 2 in scoring position. Seabaum delivers. This one another wild pitch. And Kavanaugh tells Hutchinson to stay at third. Ignores it, and he scores. It's 10-0 for the Larks. And that'll be a run rule. We'll be back here for game number 2 of this doubleheader. But for now, Larks win it in 5 innings, 10-0. And Kavanaugh will not get that at bat as Hutchinson touches home. 8 runs in the first, 2 in the 5th. Pirates only had 2 hits. Larks win this one off 6 hits. They win 10-0 in the first game of the season. They move on to 1-0. We'll be right back for game number 2 here on Larks Network.
Meet me down at the ballpark where I'll be rooting for the Hays Larks.